What survived was actually a peaceful transfer of power. It was touch and go. There was no stop and steal movement. I mean, Gail didn't actually leave, but
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to welcome you all here. I'm Mai Trin Chang from Asian Americans for Equality. We're extremely honored to have this announcement be made here. The Downtown Revitalization Initiative is really near and dear to our hearts. As you know, Asian Americans for Equality is a near 50-year-old organization working in housing, working in community services, and we're honored to share this space with you here today. As you know, upstairs on the 7th floor is our small business lending and technical assistance arm, and across the street we have community services. And today I'd like to welcome you as well as introduce Secretary Robert Rodriguez here, who's serving as Secretary of State now, but has served in the Assembly for over a decade, and is a strong supporter of affordable housing as well as infrastructure projects, which is both near and dear to my heart, but also central to the work that AFI does as well. So, welcome, Secretary.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Mai. I appreciate that, and certainly the Asian American for Equality for hosting us here today and really bringing us together as they always have. Excited to be here with you in Chinatown on behalf of Governor Hochul, really to announce one of the 11 Downtown Revitalization Initiative projects that will be built in this great and historic area of New York City. And it is not for a nominal amount. We're talking about $20 million. That's part of our round 5, but it's our largest award in New York City to date. And really, it focuses on reimagining what Chinatown can be. Now, as an East Harlem kid coming downtown, popping out on the subway, we know how amazing Chinatown always is, and how culturally important it is to the fabric of New York City and to Manhattan. But really, our goal at the Department of State with the Downtown Revitalization Initiative is to figure out, as a cornerstone, how do we develop and transform certain neighborhoods that may have been disconnected or not invested in. How do we bring together those amazing assets to present economic development, support housing in the area, meet the needs of the residents, and really talk about how we connect nonprofits, private sector, and a real vision to reinvigorate an area. And Chinatown's DRI is really taking this on. And I just want to take a moment to recognize the members of the local planning commission that we create. Because what's important about downtown revitalization initiatives is this is not the state coming into a community and telling you where you should spend those dollars. It is the opposite. We get all of you, the community members, in a room and say, you tell us the list of strategic investments and priorities for your community. And you let us know how much we want to fund them. And you come up with that strategic plan. So that's not an easy feat. Community board for way too many years. You know that if you can get consensus from 20 and 30 people, you are ahead of the game. But as a result, I also believe in that process of the community knows best what we should be doing. So here we are. We're extraordinarily proud to be able to make this announcement. I would like, just for a moment, all the local planning council members to stand up for a minute, be recognized. It's your 6 months of hard work and planning and representing your community that have brought us to this moment and to this list of projects. So really, let's think about what we're going to do. So now, one of the things that we know is that a DRI can be an example for how we support all the different areas of our community. And I think what you're going to see in this 11 projects is how we have taken on that mission and really made sure that we've brought together the community of Chinatown and cared for our public spaces, our small businesses, as well as our nonprofit and social service sector, to really make sure that we're building in the connectivity that already exists in Chinatown. So, on behalf of Governor Hochul, let's run through the list of amazing projects that the community has deemed to be those priorities. So the first one, and probably our most significant and sizable investment, is renovating Kim Lau Square. I think we all know how important public spaces are for recognizing where you are in terms of a place, creating a kind of destination, giving an area, an opportunity for people to congregate, not just for tourists, but for community members as well, and making it accessible. And I think one of the things that we know is we are currently not accessible, and being able to make that inclusion is really, really important to bring together the neighborhood. Now, connectivity matters, right? We're going to have a wonderful square, but how do we get there? And I think there's one little section that's a little bit tough that we can really make beautiful and better. So that Park Row connection from the bridge to Chinatown, from the bridge to the center, will be beautiful and pedestrian friendly along the way. I think that's, one of the marquees to making sure that we have that feel of community. Now, we love parks and open space. So there's a little section of Sarah Roosevelt Park that probably just needs a little TLC and a little more accessibility. So we know that if we take that, now I read about this bike polo thing. That's okay. I don't think that's really catching on. And make it an accessible space. It will create, again, more areas for people to congregate. Take a moment and really absorb the wonders and the beauty of this community. Now, one thing, okay, we've taken care of some public spaces. We've taken care of a little bit of parks. But I feel like nothing makes a community shine. I'm gonna use this one twice. Better than murals and lighting. Public art and lighting. So we have 3 large-scale painted murals, as well as a light project, an art installation, 30 small-scale murals, as well as an investment in lighting up street lanterns all around Chinatown. So our streetscapes will be nice, our lighting will be amazing, but one of the things that we know is that health and wellness matters. And I think we have seen in many communities, not just disparities and disproportionate impacts, but also access issues. So imagine how much better it would be with a new community health and wellness center at 60 Madison. A place you can stop in, get a little bit of advice, maybe check in on yourself, ongoing programming, making sure that there's places to talk about issues that are in our community, mental health, wellness, and the like. So I'm excited about that. The next piece, again, we're not forgetting our social services, and we're not going to forget our NYCHAs. NYCHAs are critical parts of our community. Yeah. As somebody who is from, whose parents come from NYCHA, you recognize that, there's generations of ties to NYCHA and community. So, got to make sure we do a little bit with Smith houses and making sure that we provide child care and family support at Smith houses that will serve the wider community. Childcare is critical to economic development and well-being. If we don't have childcare, we can't have two-income households. It doesn't work. So it's very important that we support our community, and it's exciting that we're doing that at Smith. One of the things that we know, mom and pop businesses have existed in Chinatown from its infancy to today. So we're coming out of a period where mom and pop businesses have struggled. So many in particular after COVID. So one of the things that we wanted to do and continue to do with downtown revitalization is make sure that we invest in our small businesses at the same time. This is not a fancy project in downtown for other businesses and other people and people who are just visiting. This is also for the businesses that are here, who have struggled, who have been here and made Chinatown that place that other people want to come visit, that everybody wants to come visit. So it's important that we support them in this transformation. So the Building and Upgrades Fund provides $1 million for small businesses to participate in the revitalization of their businesses. Now, we all know Chinatown is amazing, and we know that there are other Chinatowns across the country. But I came to learn we were the only Chinatown without an arch. Not anymore. Not anymore. Let's put that down. We should have the best arch of any Chinatown around. Make sure we build that landmark gateway to Chinatown. That way everybody knows, this is the real Chinatown right here. So along those lines, Chinatown is known for so many different things, but of course, culture is rooted in food, right? So I think one of the things that the community deemed was a really important priority was making sure that we established the Asian Culinary Arts of New York in a 3,000 square foot kitchen to support the training of professionals who specialize in commercial Chinese and other Asian cuisines. So really, because the list is so expansive, I'm just going to add one more. Just one more, because each one of these are thoughtful. But we have an arch. We've got a culinary space. We have amazing businesses. One of the things that was missing, and I just think it's kind of like the icing on the cake, is a Chinatown Cultural Welcome Center. So there will be a place to support all the folks who want to come visit and understand, learn about Chinatown, learn about the Asian and Asian American experience, and to participate in all the things that the community has to offer. So I think what you see here is an amazing, thoughtful process that has come up with some significant plans that support the existing community of residents, that support social services, the health and wellness of the residents, provide venues for tourism and economic development, and create really significant public spaces so there won't be any doubt that you are in Chinatown. So I think this is really an exciting endeavor, one that could not have been done for the folks that I'm going to recognize, and we'll follow up in the program. But our elected leaders, as a former assembly member and someone who just believes that we have to be champions and advocates for our community, our leaders here have been that for so long. So our borough president, Mark Levine, our former borough president, Gail Brewer, who took this one on, brought it to the goal line, and then Mark just pushed it over. And little does he know the hard work is actually building these things. So don't worry, we're not taking it easy on him. Senator Brian Kavanaugh. Assemblywoman Yulene New. Council Member Christopher Marte. And Assembly Member-elect Grace Lee. And I have to make sure we give them a shout out because they have to approve the budget for the next round of DRI next year. So we want to keep this going. Yeah. But what's exciting here is that there's a new future for Chinatown, one that's going to include the community's vision, one that we are proud to be working as a partner to support and will be for the next, hopefully, 2 to 3 years, making sure that all of these projects get off the ground. And it's just, this is the room that we will continue to be accountable to as we execute this strategic vision that really came out of the community. So thank you for the opportunity to be here. We're excited about the transformation that will continue to happen. We have a clear roadmap for what Chinatown will look like in the future. And I look forward to welcoming Borough President Mark Levine to share a few thoughts about where we're going and the process.
Give it up again for Secretary of State Robert Rodriguez. So lucky to have you leading for our agency and for our state. Are those an awesome collection of projects for Chinatown or what? Oh my God. This is going to be a jolt of energy for this community, and it is the result of thousands of hours of work by so many people in this room. I want to shout out the amazing staff who helped lead this. Jeanette Rauch, Joe Taswell, who worked so hard. The members of the LPC collectively held dozens and dozens of meetings. Some of them were tough. This work had to be done, and the results, I think, speak for themselves. Can you please applaud again for all the LPC leaders? I want to thank my amazing predecessor, Gail Brewer, for fighting hard to get this money allocated. I want to thank our phenomenal governor, Kathy Hochul, who, let the record shows, values Chinatown so much that she awarded what is essentially double the normal DRI allocation. That is huge. Thank you, Governor Hochul. Now, there were so many good ideas that were submitted here. We had literally, we had precisely $107 million of proposals that were submitted to this, to the LPC for this process. And I think the mere act of sparking that kind of creative energy for Chinatown to generate so many potentially transformative ideas itself moved us forward. And while we couldn't fund all 107 million, I don't consider this the end. I think we now have a great menu of proposals on the table that we need to work to fund through all means that we can. Through city, state, federal partners, there is much, much more work to do. But the $20 million that we have invested in Chinatown, I think this is a historic moment that's going to spur economic development, creative dynamism, quality of life improvements at a moment when Chinatown needs this investment. This has been a very rough 3 years for Chinatown. The public health shock, the loss of business activity, the horrible anti-Asian hate which has been unleashed on this community and the broader Asian communities of the city. Chinatown needed this. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who made this possible, to our state leaders, to the staff, to the volunteers, to my partners in government. This is the beginning of an exciting new chapter for Chinatown. Thank you so much. And now, I get to introduce my co-chair of the Chinatown DRI, a man who has committed his entire life to the economic development of this community, Wellington Chan. Thank you so much.
Isn't it exciting? What a Christmas gift. It's worth getting wet in my pants, and don't you get dirty thinking. I walk in the rain for this. This is fantastic. It's a long time coming, And I couldn't thank enough all the people that are involved, including all of you. Just example, the Chinatown Arch, right? This is the arch dates back 2,000 years to the Han Dynasty, right? And this community had begged for mayor after mayor, begged for 60 years, right? And I'm glad now we have a mayor that says we're going to get it done together with the governor. So that's just an example of and I want to commend the phenomenal work that the team has put together and the elected official that stood behind it. And, it's not just a couple of months of work. It's actually multiple decades and works, years, because, many of the ideas that you submitted date back a long time. So I cannot be more grateful to the governor and the elected, especially Gail Brewer, for, working with, way before COVID. The deputy borough president worked on this as well, and then COVID hit. But it's also the great news is that this is the first downtown to receive 20 million. All the other downtowns that are 40 is 10 million. So this is a great day for us. But as the Secretary of State said correctly, it's hard enough as a former community board member. It's not easy to get the people's consensus, and there's so many projects. So. And Mark Levine is absolutely correct. This is only the beginning. This is the spark, and it's going to generate the true public-private partnership, the PPP, so that there will be other projects coming. Just look out the window. There's already a beautiful piece of artwork sitting on the potential site of one of the new projects. And so if it's a good way to go out there and sit on the great benches. The last speaker for today will be none other than the lady who started this, our former borough president, Gail Brewer, and also her tremendous staff. Let's give her a round of applause.
We miss you.
Wade, you have to come up. Wade, come up, please. Come up, come up, come up, come up, Wade. So I am Gail Brewer, and I am so honored to be here. I can say that all I can remember, she wrote the proposal. I want to be clear. Wade wrote the proposal. And I remember it was either 10 or 20. I said, hell, you're giving us 20. Because you had so many challenges in Chinatown, you deserve the 20. And it's really the commitment and the intelligence and the strategy of all the people who participated first in the writing of the proposal, and then obviously figuring out which proposals with an amazing discussion. What I'm amazed is everybody's getting along right now. This is phenomenal, because so many different projects are so good, because you have so much invested and you know what the community needs. So I'm just here to say congratulations. It was a long process. I remember when the governor, Kathy Hochul, said, I will come to Chinatown and we will do a press conference announcing the 20 million. It was such a great day. But it all is due to you and to the elected officials and to the people who are sitting here that made it possible. Without the need and without the commitment, this would not have happened. It was hell writing this damn proposal, I'll tell you that right now. But the fact of the matter is, such great projects have come out of it, and what this money does, I hope, as you heard earlier, is seed money. I remember my first call was to Jenny Lowe. Am I crazy? Should I write this damn proposal? And she said, yes. So thank you, Jenny Lowe, also, for being so fabulous. Congratulations to everybody, and this seed money should be able to provide the other many projects that Borough President Levine mentioned, because the need continues. This is just the beginning, but congratulations to everybody, and I look forward to seeing the fruition and the projects actually happening and built, and then we'll have another press conference. Thank you very much.